So we're all part of this story, okay, where we are. This goes kind of what I'm going at with my book, for example. But we're all part of this story that's ongoing, and it's this story of God. The story isn't about us, and sometimes, a lot of times, we forget that, and we think that this story is about us. We think that we're the lead character in this whole story that's going on, and we need to check ourselves with that. We need to really take a reality check in what that's like. Let me read to you. I took this out of the book. Let me read to you of the story of God, in case you're wondering. Okay, so consider the movie of life. God creates the world. Were you alive then? Was God talking to you when He claimed it is good about all He had just made? Then people rebel against God, who, if you haven't realized it yet, is the main character in this movie. And God floods the earth to rid it of the mess of people He made, or the mess that people made of it. Several generations later, God singles out a 99-year-old man called Abram to make him the father of the nation. Did you have anything to do with this? Later, along came Joseph and Moses and many other ordinary and inadequate people that this movie is also not about. God is the one who picks them and directs them and works miracles through them. In the next scene, God sends judges and prophets to His nation because the people can't seem to give Him the one thing He asks of them, which is obedience. And then the climax, the Son of God is born among the people who God still somehow loves, while in this world, the Son teaches His followers what true love looks like. Then the Son of God dies and is resurrected and goes up to be with God. And even though the movie isn't quite finished yet, we know what the last scene holds. It's the scene I already described in chapter 1 of this book, the throne room of God. Here every being worships God who sits on the throne, for He alone is worthy to be praised. From start to finish, this movie is obviously about God. He is the main character. How is it possible that we live as though it is all about us? Our scene in the movie, our brief lives, falls somewhere between the time Jesus ascends into heaven and when we will all worship God on His throne in heaven. We have only our 2/5 of a second long scene to live. I don't know about you, but I want my 2/5 of a second to be about making much of God. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it for the glory of God. That is what each of our 2/5 of a second is about. So what does that mean for you? Life's not about us. We're this little blip. I think somewhere in life, there has been over 125, roughly, billion people to grace the earth. In 75 to 100 years, we'll all be off the earth. I mean, God willing, at some point, right? Roughly, okay? And everyone that you know, and anyone that knows you will be gone. And that's not morbid, that's just the reality. We literally live in that 2/5 second of here. And I want to make the most of what that looks like. If this is a little hard to kind of get a hold of or grasp, I have a video clip that I'd love to show you guys. So I'm going to show that real quick.
Every time I'm down,
Here's the money shot. Boom! One more. Boom! Thank you. If you blinked, I apologize. You missed my claim to fame. Okay, so how is this? How is this? What if I came up to you and I said, dude, have you seen this movie? It's called Joe Somebody. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Because guess what? I am the star of this movie. I am the star of this movie. This movie is all about me. If you go see it, it is 100% about me. Does that sound a little bit ridiculous to you? Just a little bit weird to you. If I were to say, because I'll be honest, there's a couple more seconds of me in other spots. If I told you that this movie's all about me. So here's my question. So if this movie, Joe Somebody, if I'm sitting here already telling you that I'm a bigger deal than Tim Allen, who was the actual star of it, if I'm a bigger deal than Tim Allen, if I'm not a bigger deal than Tim Allen, how do I ever come off thinking I'm a bigger deal than God in the story of life? Talk about ridiculous. Talk about ridiculous. You see, we become really, really cautious in life too. So there's times, as much as we want to control things, okay, I can be as cautious as I wanted to be. I could use hand sanitizer every single day. I could walk completely alerted of where I'm going and every step that I take, but that still does not account for somebody cruising down the street that can take me out with a car in an instant. And that's not being crazy, that's being reality. That's reality. So I could get taken out at any minute no matter how cautious I am. You see, we don't think too much about stuff in life like cancer until somebody we know has it. We don't think too much about our bones in our body until we break one of them. We don't think too much about our hearing or our sight until maybe we lose that. Okay, we don't think about our appendix until it bursts or we get a stomach ache. We don't think about all these things that are working together in our bodies to hold us together. We don't think much about breathing until we can't breathe or we lose breath. Right? See, there's things in life that we can't control and we can't explain. And for me, that makes me point to God.